A seminar was conducted today by Tarun IAS Coaching Center at the Asian Confluence Laimukra for graduate and undergraduate students aspiring to prepare for the civil service examinations. Tarun IAS, a renowned IAS coaching center based in Delhi, has now decided to open a center in Shillong. East Khasi Hills Deputy Commissioner Isawanda Lalu was the chief guest at the seminar, and she shared valuable inputs to students who had come to attend the seminar from different parts of the state. Speaking to Meghalaya Legislative Assembly channel after, the Deputy Commissioner expressed her happiness to see more coaching institutes coming up in the state.
So I'm here today attending this seminar organized by this institute called Tarun IAS. I'm happy to see that more and more institutes are coming based in Shillong, which will be catering to the needs and aspirations of young people who aspire to join the civil services examinations. I think it is very important that we start early. It's very important that young people are groomed to understand what are the demands of this exam, what is the structure and pattern of this exam, what they need to do in order to be able to clear it. So I just want to send a message to motivate everyone. The civil services is a prestigious service. It's a service which gives you an opportunity to serve, whether it's the All India services, the central services, the allied services. I'm in the Indian Administrative Service. I feel there are few services which allow you so much exposure and which give you a chance to really work for the grassroots, give you a chance to make tangible change in the everyday lives of people. I would like to motivate our youngsters. You have to work hard, you have to have a plan, you have to be determined, and you have to stay the course. Writing this exam requires a clear plan and strategy because of the very nature of it. It's an entire rigorous year, and prior to that you'll have to invest at least another year to study. From the time I prepared till the time I cleared, it was almost 4.5 years, and I did not clear in my first attempt. Our recent person who passed from Shillong, Ankur itself, he also spoke about how he cleared in his 5th attempt. So you have to pick yourself up after every attempt, and if you really want to, if this is really your aim, go ahead, don't be discouraged, be tenacious, be gritty, and do what it takes. So that is my message.
Do you think language is a barrier to clear the UPSC examinations, and what are the key elements to be a successful candidate?
Like I said, the key elements: have a plan and a strategy, do your research, and like one of our colleagues spoke just now. The mental strength, the tenacity, and the grit to pick yourself up. Say after a failed attempt. It's very critical that you don't grope in the dark. Do your research at the beginning. Understand what are the resources. What are my optionals going to be? Do I stand a good chance if I appear in this optional? How should my strategy for preparation be? So these are the things which you should go out doing. And once you have committed to write this exam, be serious, and at the end of the day, really, there is no substitute for hard work and for rigorous preparation, because all the coaching institutes, all the resources you have on the internet, all the support that you get from your friends, from your peers, from your teachers will not count for anything if self-study is not there, if that dedication is not there from your side. So those are some of the aspects which you need to focus on. As far as language being a barrier, I don't think it is. Of course, one needs to be conversant in the English language, and I think a lot of people from Northeast have that advantage. Continue reading, update yourself, upgrade your knowledge, practice writing, do mock tests, expose yourself to as much information and knowledge as possible. And I think if you are committed to this, you will surely gain success.
Do you think the state lacks a proper ecosystem for the youths to prepare for the IAS examination?
See, we already have a lot of initiatives taken up by the state government. We have the All India Services Pre-Examination Training Center in Mati, which as of now is providing a course free of charge, including board and lodging for a lot of students, especially from BPL backgrounds. Books, training, teaching, everything is being done there. At the same time, the government in the past has supported various initiatives under the Chief Minister's Career Guidance and Counselling Program and other such programs to support institutes and to give scholarships scholarships to to youth who want to take up this exam. But having said that, I also feel when it comes to an ecosystem of competitive exams, perhaps that culture of hard work maybe is not so much there in our state as we see in other places. So I feel that getting an exposure to what are other states doing, what are other cities doing, it's great. Personally, I gained a lot from my stint in Delhi, where I had undertaken coaching, but at the same time I came back and I decided to prepare on my own. So what I would like to say is that the more people appear, the more it will inspire and encourage others as well to come in. And the more success stories we have, in the UPSC, it need not be in the IAS or the IPS. So many other services are there. We recently have had aspirants and candidates in the MCS examination. A lot of them are very bright young boys and girls who have cleared and who are serving the state right now. So the more of these exams we have and the more success rate we have, especially in the national sphere, the more it will encourage younger people to come forward.
Tanmoy Datta, the director of Tarun IAS, said that there is no dearth of talent in the state. However, there was certainly a lack in the required infrastructure as far as coaching centers for civil services are concerned. Datta added that Tarun IAS will create awareness and try to inspire students, especially in rural areas, to pursue civil services after their graduation.
Tarun IAS has entered the state, has come to the state. So, do you think that the state, which hasn't seen, IAS officers from a long time until Ankur Das recently, so do you think that they would benefit from the entry of Tarun IAS in the state?
See, the basic motivation which got me here was I saw a lack of infrastructure in terms of bringing the awareness of civil services, examination per se. So my first objective would be to actually bring awareness at the school level, in the class 12 level, into the graduation level, that what UPSC or the civil services examination does to them. It is not only about glamour. It is about what structural changes they can make to the society. It's a very important position for the country. It's a backbone of the country. And what they need to do to clear that examination will be my motive to coming to Meghalaya. It is not about just starting my business and trying to get students into my center. That is not the motive. Motive is to create awareness first and see how we can help the Meghalaya students to clear this examination more in numbers as the rest of the states in the country do.
You said that the state lacks the basic infrastructure. So, if you can just elaborate, so what can the state government do in terms of that?
They can start investing in coaching centers. They are where the education department taking call. I think they should think about bringing up good facilities for students. We are talking about in Shillong, what happens in rural Meghalaya. The rural Meghalaya lacks completely. I have a plan to go there as well and try and help them. I will try and sort of motivate them, build in some scholarship programs to them so that they come and listen to us and feel that this examination is important. Then we will tell them how to approach the examination. That will be my thing for the next 1 year.
If you can also tell us about the kind of setup that you have, Tarun IAS. You have started with Shillong. So eventually, do you plan to go to the rural areas as well?
I plan. That is what I referred to in the seminar as well. We want to go to small pockets of Meghalaya, see, because that is where the real talent is. If you look at your this year's class 10th examination results which came out yesterday, all the people who've done well is from rural Meghalaya, mainly, you see. So there is so much of talent hidden in Meghalaya, and so if I can be of help to them, and if I can bring them into the mainstream society and help India develop its own civil services, good civil servants, they can do well for the society. Why not?
Under Secretary to the Government of Meghalaya, Shivansh Avasthi, advised aspirants to be consistent while preparing for the civils and shared valuable know-hows.
Sir, there are some aspirants who claim to study 15-16 hours per day while preparing for the UPSC examination. There are others who claim that 6-7 hours is enough. So what is the right answer?
So it depends on when you are starting and how much time you have. If you have like more than 1 year for exam, more than 1 year for prelims, you can start maybe initially with 8 to 10 hours. But like if you are doing no other thing, if you are not in a college or not working, then you should try to give maximum of your time in UPSC preparation only, because it is not just about the preparation but the mental framework that you are in. If you are thinking and working towards your preparation only, there are less distractions. And when the exam approaches and it is 2 or 3 months only are left for the exam, then obviously you have to study for 14-15 hours. But initially, at the initial stage, 8-10 hours of preparation is fine enough.
Okay. So what are the key elements to be a successful candidate to clear the UPSC examinations?
So key elements basically is, first thing is you have to have sufficient knowledge of what all is being asked in exam. For that you have to continuously study, and many times we study something but until or unless we revise it multiple times, we won't be able to recall in a 3-hour exam, because no matter how much you study for how long, it is finally comes up to a 3-hour thing. You have to go there and perform and give your best. For examiner, your experience, whatever hard work you have done, he doesn't know anything. He knows only, he can see only your copy. So then you have to do multiple revisions, you have to do your practice, answer writing practice. By the time you are going to give the exam, you should be ready with all the answer for all the important topics that are there in the syllabus and everything. So that is one thing, hard work is important. Then the other thing is your mental strength, because many times many people study for 2 months, 3 months, then they just take a break for a small time, and then eventually that small break turns into a long break, and they are not able to, whatever they have studied for first 3 months also goes waste down the drain. They have to start again from the beginning. So that is why you have to continuously study for 1 year and to ensure that there are no breaks in your preparation.
Right. So how important is the family support? Because many at times the students they don't clear.
Yes.
The aspirants don't clear in
Yes.
the first attempt. So how
Yes.
important is the family support?
See, family support is very, very important, both in terms of mental aspects and as well as other things regarding the exam. So as I was preparing from home, so because of my family, I didn't have to worry about my food, where to stay, financial issues, everything family comes to support. Then once you are down with, like, you are not able to clear, then also you need some words of motivation, some encouragement, and few people who trust you. So here also friends and family both are very important.
So my final question to you, Meghalaya seems to be lacking in terms
Yes.
of the aspirants, who clear each year. So what seems to be the problems according to you?
Yes. See, as I have interacted with a lot of teachers and professors, there is a lot of capability in the students of our state, but many times they don't have the right kind of exposure, and the right kind of opportunity is not there. Sometimes awareness is not there. What are the kind of opportunities that are available? Many times when awareness is there, they don't have that kind of connect with the mentorship and guidance. So I think the main aspect where we are lacking the gap is there in terms of mentorship and guidance for our students, and that is why such initiatives like we are having a training, UPSC prelims training in Mati now. More and more institutes we are trying to bring in Shillong and other places as well, so that they can help and mentor our student, guide our student going forward. So hopefully with this we will be able to fill this gap, and we will see more and more people clearing from the state in the coming years.
Perfect, sir.
At the seminar, the Meghalaya Inspector General of Police also shared his life experience with the students who had come to attend the seminar. The seminar also saw the Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills District felicitate Ankur Das and HSSLC toppers. Ankur Das, who recently cleared the UPSC IAS examination, also shared his life experiences and his preparations for the dreaded exam.